Okay, hey guys, this is Tracy DeMario, and I was wanting to do a training on sponsoring. And I have found just in recent conversations with a lot of my team members that sponsoring continues to be a challenge for many, and that they have not been using some of the tools that corporate has made available to us to maximize their sponsoring opportunities. So I put this together. This is something that I shared recently. We had a training here in Kansas City, and this is the training that was shared with them. And since I know many of you live all over the country and even outside of our country, I wanted to make sure you had access to the same information and training. So I'm going to be sharing about sponsoring and how it can be much easier than some of you might be trying to make it. So let's see if we can get this thing to move. There we go. All right. Some of you may already be aware of this information, and if so, then I guess you can just stop it. Or you can, if you're like me, you need to hear things multiple times, and so maybe you'll pick up a little nugget of information that's going to help you utilize this better. Okay, so we always have available the standard kit that many of you probably joined with, which is our $99 kit. However, not long ago, corporate came out with a host exclusive kit. This is the new contents for the kit. It's, of course, always could change. So at the moment, that warmer, that bar, those washer whiffs, that's what's coming in the kit. But if we go crazy on sponsoring and they run out of that warmer or they're getting short, they could at any time switch it out for a warmer at same or similar cost value. So the host kit is $59. Now, if you're not sure what comes in your kit, or what is coming in the kits, because I see this posted a lot. What's our starter kit options? What are the kit contents? Every month in your workstation, if you just search kit contents, there's a document that they post, and it shows you what the current $99 kit looks like, $59 kit like, the reinstatement kit looks like, and the shooting star kit flyer. So that's where you're going to find that information ongoing. But this is the current information. So this is our $59 host kit. This kit is available to anyone who either hosts a party or a customer who is at a party and that wants to join, but the person who was hosting the party does not. Or for if you as a consultant are putting in a $200 party order, then you automatically have this host kit attached. So any $200 party or more has the opportunity to have a host kit. So that's what I want you guys to hear really loud and clear. Any $200 party always has the opportunity to have a host kit added. So this is where it's really important that you guys are hearing this. Your goal should be with every single $200 party that you're entering, that you have someone to redeem the host kit. So let me give you some different scenarios, and then we'll kind of go into the how-to situation. So one option is, Susie Smith says she's going to have a home party for you, and you go and you do the party, and she has a great party. She has a $500 party. She's super excited. You're excited. And at that point in time, you say, Susie, we had so much fun. All of these people are going to need to buy from somebody anyways, and it might as well be you. So because you had this great party, you have the option of buying a host kit. The host kit is normally $59. However, you get to use your host credit that you earned towards the host kit. Therefore, in Susie's case, because she had a $500 party, that means if you look at the catalog and our party and as far as our grid goes on how much free product she earns, she would earn $75 in host credits. She can use 59 of that 75 towards her kit and get her kit completely free. So that's pretty awesome. She can then still spend that additional host credit money on whatever she might want. She still gets her half price items, still gets the perpetual reward. None of that changes. If her party is $200, the host credit amount would be $20. So in that case, you could say, Susie, oh my goodness, you did such a great job. I would love for you to join my team. You've got all these people who are going to want to buy from you. It's tons of fun. You're going to love it. We can take that $20 host credit, put it towards this $59, and you can join Scentsy and be on my team. So that's scenario number one, which is what you should be trying every single time. Now, recently, actually it was a couple of months ago, I had a lady who had a party for me, and I said the same thing I just shared with you, and she was like, I have zero desire to be a Scentsy consultant. I just want to spend my money with you. And I was like, well, I'm not going to argue with you on that. I will take your money and I will be your Scentsy lady. However, what I did is then I contacted, before I submitted her party, I contacted her customers. I just went through the list and I said, I just wanted to let you know it was great meeting you at the party. I've got your order here. I'm getting ready to submit the party order. And as an option, I have a host kit available that if you would like to join my team, and I would love to have you, because you obviously love the products anyways, that you could get this host kit for $59. And I'm going to go through the customers until I get somebody to say yes. Now, in this case, I'm going to charge her $59 because I don't want to take away from my original host, Susie's host credit. That still needs to go to Susie. I offered her the kit. She wasn't interested. I still want her to get all of her free stuff. However, for $59, Joey, Michelle, whoever that were customers can take advantage of that kit. Okay? So I hope that you're understanding this. And if you're not, then I'll just need you to post questions in the comments and we'll help you. We'll get you through it. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two. So that's how you're going to want to try to use up these kits. Now, what happens to me a lot is I have my neighbor give me orders. I have parents at school give me orders. I'm constantly getting text messages or emails or running into people who need Scentsy. And I do events, so I have event reorders that I'm reordering product when I sell my product. So every single time I'm placing a $200 or more party order, my goal is to utilize those host kits. So I'm going to go back through anybody that's ever told me they were interested in joining, anybody that I think would be a great team member, anybody I've given a possibility packet out to. I am going to be asking them, hey, I'm getting ready to place this order. And I thought of you because I know how much you love Scentsy and I would love to have you on my team. I have a host kit available for $59 that will literally get you everything you need to get started. Would you like to redeem it? And they can say yes or they can say no. But you give them the opportunity to tell you no, because you won't know until you ask, okay? And then you want to go through your list. I've heard of consultants who actually have waiting lists for people waiting for them to place their $200 order so that they can purchase the kit. And, if you're not someone who places a lot of orders, ideally, you find the $200 in orders by getting them and doing follow-up so that you don't have that problem. But let's say for some reason you did, and you were talking to somebody and say, I'm going to be placing an order this month and I'm taking a waiting list. Would you like to be on my waiting list for my next host kit that comes available at $59? So it's just options and different ways of presenting the information. Now let's move on. So I think we all know now our number one goal when we're submitting a $200 or more party order should be to find someone to take that host kit. Okay, here's how this works. Number one, you find your host or customer or someone to redeem the kit. So that needs to happen first. You're going to get that individual's name, email address, of course, phone number, and mailing address. Okay. Next, you're going to create your party using your host name. So even if it's all orders that I collected and I put together, I'm still going to put it under, whoever. Sierra Jones' name, because she's going to be the host. So I'm going to call it Sierra Jones Party, okay? So at that point, I'm going to put their name as the host. And then if I am going to be the one, like all of the other stuff, she's only wants the host kit. But I need to order my dentist's order and my cousin's order and my neighbor's order. I need to add a cart for me. So I need to add myself as a guest to that party, okay? So that when I'm adding the orders in, I'm adding all of those orders that I need for my own people under my name. Okay? All right. So hopefully you got that. And then once it gets to 200, you'll see, obviously, we're going to get our host rewards. At that point, I am going to click into the host name. which was Sierra Jones, on her cart. And I'm going to click in that I want to utilize my host rewards. Okay. So by doing my host credit in the little box where it says product name, I'm just going to type the word kit. When you type the word kit, an option will come up for host kit, enrollment kit. Just click on it. Okay. So that's going to put that with your host, Sierra Jones. All right. Then I can spend the rest of the host credit for me. Now, once I have typed in that host credit and the host kit, and I enter it, and it's now in her cart, at that moment, Scentsy generates an email that's going to go to Sierra Jones. And when she gets her email, it's going to look very similar to what all of us, when we first joined Scentsy and we went on the website, we clicked join, and we had to read through all the terms and conditions and click all the little boxes. When it asked us if we wanted our free 90-day website, we had to click yes, and if so, we had to create a name for our website. That's what's going to come through in the email. So Sierra Jones is going to have to go through, read all that, click all the boxes, say, yes, I want the free website. It's going to ask her for a credit card number, not because it's going to charge anything. However, it's going to keep that on file. So on the 91st day that the free website is no longer, it will then charge her the $10 for the website, unless she goes in and tells it to turn it off. And so it's not charging anything in the moment. And then she'll go down and click I agree or I accept or submit, something to that effect. What I tell my people is, first of all, I text them and say, okay, you should be getting an email from Scentsy. Let me know when you've completed it. We do have to do it within the next 24 hours. You have 24 hours for them to complete the email. And of course, I want to express urgency because I want to get my order submitted. So I'm going to say, please take a look at it as soon as you can, fill it out, and then text me once you've finished. So once she has completed it, I'm now going to go back into my orders, my pending orders, open it up, and now I'm going to finish submitting the order. Okay. Now, the only thing that's going to get delivered to the host, Sierra Jones, is that kit. The only exception to that is if you do not do, as I said on number 4, if you put everything you want all under Sierra Jones' cart, then your whole party order is going to go to Sierra Jones. So that's why I want to emphasize, be sure you add yourself as a guest and place everything except that host kit. Well, everything else will go to you. Okay? Because when it asks you and you're creating the party, you're going to put her as the host. You're going to enter her name and her email and her phone number and her address. But it also says, where do you want it to ship to? And you can click the little box that says to consultant, which would be me. So that's how it knows to send everything else to you. Okay? So we've gone there. Okay, we talked about that too. Now, at this point, after she said, yes, okay, I've got it all completed, I'm good to go, and you've got your order up and you're ready to submit it, you now need to collect the money for the host kit. So if they are using host credit towards the $59, then obviously you charge them the difference, unless it's free because they had a $500 party. You charge them the difference in whatever their host credit earned, and the $59 is. There is sales tax. I usually just figure my sales tax rate just because it's a really average tax rate and it makes it simple and easy. And I was recently charging $8 shipping because I thought there was a shipping cost. And I know one of the gals recently said that her last 2 were not charged shipping. So I don't want to assume that because I haven't personally seen that. However, just keep that in mind that there could be an $8 shipping cost as well for the kit. So you want to collect that. So you'll get their credit card information. And when you're closing out the order, you would do so like you normally would. The first thing I do is it asks for credit card. I'm going to enter Sierra Jones' credit card number, and I'm only going to enter the amount that I'm agreeing to charge her, so $20.42 or whatever it works out to be. I'm going to enter that amount, and then whatever the balance is, if I have 3 more credit cards for my neighbor, my cousin, my dentist, I can keep entering them until I have a 0 balance. I hit submit. At that point, once I've entered it, now Sierra Jones is going to get an email that says, welcome to Cincy. You're now a consultant. Welcome. Here's our quick start guide. All the normal emails and information that they normally would, because now they are official consultants. At this point, it's important to note that as far as when her kit will arrive and everything, that's all going to be now in her workstation, because now she is a consultant. So you won't be able to track her kit just like you normally wouldn't track their kits. That's something that they will be doing on their end. If this was a home party and Sierra Jones was, or Susie Smith, I guess, was our initial host, and she had the home party, and she's the one that you know, is taking the whole party, and it's now getting sent to her because she's the consultant and all the orders are getting sent to her, then obviously you won't be able to track any of that information either, because it's no longer in your workstation. It's now in her workstation. So I hope that that makes sense and you guys understand it's really not difficult. It's really not hard. Of course, if you're going through this process and you're like, oh, before I push the button, I just want to double check, call consultant support. They can pull up your screen. They can see what you have going on, and they can verify that you've done everything the right way, so everything goes where it's supposed to go. But once you've done it, I'm telling you, it's really, really simple, and it's a great way to get team members on board, especially if they have some host credit that can be used towards it. Or, you know, if this is like a VIP customer and you've got $25 in host credit and you want to give them $10 of it towards their kit, you can certainly do that too. So you're not out of compliance in doing that by any means. So just know that's also an option as well. And let's go here. So here's just some resources. I want you guys to remember, when you're not sure what comes in the kit, go to your workstation, search kit contents, and there you go. You're going to find that out. Secondly, there is an FAQ in our workstation called the Earn Your Kit FAQ. If you have not read it, do so. I know commonly people who are like afraid to ask because they're like, well, I don't know what to say when they say I don't have enough time, or I'm too busy with kids, or I don't know anyone. Then study up on overcoming objections. On our YouTube channel, and we actually have, on our YouTube channel, we have a playlist of overcoming objections around sponsoring. And on our Facebook group, under the units area, there's a video on overcoming objections as well. So spend some time studying up so that you're ready to overcome those objections. There's also 2 other documents which are available in the file section of the Senate Bliss Facebook group. One is the new consultant checklist, and one is the new sponsor checklist. So these are resources that I highly recommend you be familiar with, that you have ready, so that you can go out, you can start sponsoring consultants, building your team, and really getting to reap the rewards of having a team. So I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to welcoming many new team members.